With 468 players remaining in the 2015 main event, one player is drawing more attention than the others.
I'll take this one, you take the next one. I'll take this one, you take the next one, kid.
That's called chewing your leg out to get out of the trap, kid.
Nom, 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 nom. 3 times they repop me. It's gonna be such a good day. I said, that's why I'm Phil Hellmuth.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the World Series of Poker main event telecast presented by DraftKings. Inside the Amazon room, it's Phil Hellmuth and 467 others, right? I'm Lon McCarron with Norbert Chad and Kara Scott. The action doesn't wait for us. Antonio Esfandiari in a hand with his new table nemesis, Cleveland amateur Jesse Howells. Howells flopped a pair of 9s to overtake Antonio's pocket 6s. They both check. Turn card, Tray of Hearts.
I believe Antonio is wearing 2 hoodies. I don't know fashion, but that's got to be 1 hoodie too many.
Antonio with 21,000 to test the amateur.
Hal's only wearing 1 hoodie.
He shows a 9 and folds.
Wait, you just mucked second pair? Are you nuts?
Yeah, a little bit.
Antonio also has taken off his beanie, I believe, to let his brain breathe.
He's working with 40 big blinds now. His running mate, Phil Locke, has more chips and more goggles.
Phil woke up this morning and said, goggles and a ski hat. That's what I'll wear to play in the main event.
J.C. Tran has cashed in the main event 7 times the last 11 years.
Hey, talk to me when he roots for a real NBA team.
Daniel Negreanu is playing well and running well.
Look at that beard. Wow.
Ness Riley is part of a husband-wife tandem that has cashed in this main event.
My money's on her outlasting him. They always do.
And we like to track first-timers. That's Federico Buonarroti from Rome.
I've always wanted to tell people I'm from Rome.
But the envy of everyone here is the chip leader, Michael Shanahan.
He doesn't look like a lawyer, but he is. I'm not fooled.
The Indiana attorney Shanahan, one of 9 players over the million chip mark, including Brian Hastings and another first-timer, Fedor Holtz.
The 27-year-old Hastings already has won his 2nd and 3rd bracelets this year. What a World Series he is having.
All right, I'm gonna buy everybody at the table ice cream. Let's see if we can get it delivered. Who wants an ice cream?
Here.
I'm in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll take one for a friend.
7.
Yeah, sure.
Jack, let us have some ice cream, Jack.
I like Rocky Road, but I don't know. What do you guys like?
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road?
Rocky Road works. I love Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Whatever works.
If you guys can do it.
Vanilla.
Chocolate or vanilla?
If it's just chocolate or vanilla, we need some toppings or something, though. Come on.
Well, that escalated quickly. Just when you think you've seen it all, Hellmuth ordering ice cream. Hard to fault him. He's chipping up and feeling good.
I think he's running an ice cream grift. Plus, he just turned tournament director Jack Effel into Mr. Softy.
To his right is Jay Kim, a 30-year-old pro from South Korea via Southern California.
Good player and a nice kid. You'd never see him asking the tournament director for ice cream.
Kim there drinking something other than coffee, and there's a reason for that.
I drink caffeine while I'm working, so I kind of forgot caffeine is a hell of a drug, I guess. I drank 2 Ventis on ice, empty stomach. As I started driving back to the hotel, I started getting like a racing heart type deal. I thought I was having a heart attack. Like I was Googling stuff on my smartphone about heart attack symptoms as it was happening to me. So then I got really scared, and then I called an ambulance to the emergency room. I don't even have health insurance, so I'm hoping I win the main event or something.
But winning the main event pays $7.7 million, which barely covers an ER visit these days.
He'd love to be healthier chip-wise. He has 39 big blinds right now with King Jack of diamonds. He puts in somewhat of a raise, but I don't think that's a legal raise, so they will rule that just a call of 6,000. Rick Barabino, one of the big stacks, folds over to Lance Harris, a former blackjack dealer from Minnesota with pocket 9s.
Harris has been big stack at this table for a while. Big stacks do one of 2 things. They get bigger or they get smaller.
He made a World Series final table in 2014 in the 6-handed event. He is going to raise it up to 18,000. Do people split 9s in blackjack?
I used to. I'm down about 37 grand doing that.
Okay, not a good idea. That was Mike Cloud in the big blind, so the raise back to Kim.
Kim out of position without coffee.
And he will make the call for 12,000 more and go heads up with Harris. Here's the flop. And Kim flops a diamond flushed, a 118-to-1 shot.
Wonder if Harris wore sunglasses when he was a blackjack dealer.
Kim checked his monster. Harris bets 21,000, suddenly a super long shot.
Well, that continuation bet very similar to the one that ended my first marriage. Kim, perhaps thinking check raise, but he should just call here.
Yep, he is stringing Harris along with that call. Turn card 4 of spades, no help to Harris.
Well, Kim now going to seize control. I'd prefer if he let Harris keep carrying the action.
Kim, with undergrad and law degrees, looks like he wants to be driving the action. He does bet 48,000.
I don't like the bet. I don't like the size of the bet. I don't like the style of the bet. He's going to lose Harris right here and right now.
Lance Harris, just with the pocket nines, makes the call.
I stand corrected.
You stand corrected so often. Wouldn't you be a little more comfortable sitting down, sir?
I hope this is a contract here.
5 of hearts on the river.
After Black Friday, Kim first moved to Mexico to play online, but wasn't comfortable there and relocated to South Korea.
So action on Kim. He led out on the turn and got a call. And now this law grad looks to be making a case for repping a big hand here. That's a lot of chips, 115,000.
Well, if Harris didn't believe Kim had a big hand when he called him on the turn, it's possible he's still not going to believe him here.
Well, in poker, sometimes actions have counterintuitive reactions.
You're speaking in terms far beyond my comprehension.
He's betting big, so he must not have a big hand. Harris makes the call.
Full house, king half.
And Kim will take that pot, a nice pop to his stack.
Yep, that's a big hand.
Harris has had a rough go to start day 4.
Oh, sweet.
The ice cream man is coming. Okay. Well, we got all kinds. We got chocolate, we got vanilla, we got strawberry. There's
Chocolate?
There's vanilla, there's strawberry.
There's a song by Van Halen. I'm the ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by.
Oh, he's not singing now, is he?
I'll have chocolate, please. Whether I bluffed you or whether I had you, I'm buying you a bottle of Dom Perignon. All right?
Really?
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Phil, my man.
We got chocolate, we got vanilla. You want vanilla? All right, we got some vanilla.
Ice cream for the final table, boys.
This is the final table?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Phil. Enjoy.
Phil Hellmuth is a lot of things to a lot of people. Family man, bon vivant, champion brat, but one characteristic that gets overlooked is his generosity. I know, hard to believe. But between charities and promoting the game of poker, he likes to give. So, Norman, is this ice cream for the final table true generosity, or is there another angle?
This is as plain as vanilla. Of course it's an angle, a swindle, a racket, a scheme, a con, a hustle, a flim-flam. He's a bunco artist, this poker brat. Hey, how stupid do I look? Don't answer that. This is Phil Hellmuth's M.O. I buy you some ice cream, then you fold your hand when I ask nicely. Wow, that's a real advanced leveling going on there from the best of all time. Plus, would it kill him to send a couple of cones up to the broadcast booth?
I'll see if I can get Jack's attention. The current payout, nearly 22 grand, and even 1,000 players cashed in this year's main event. Checking in on past champs, still in the field. 2013 winner Ryan Reese has chips, but not a lot of them. Joe Hashem looks fit, and his chip stack is not too shabby. And the 1993 champ, Jim Bechtel, still has chips as well. 3 chips in play right now, the 1K yellow, 5K orange, and the green 25K chip. Back at the featured table in the big blind, Muckle Pahuja found pocket queens. 3 others, including his buddy Phil Hellmuth, have already committed $13,000 each to see a flop, but that price may go up now. Muckle, with those queens, re-raises to $44,000.
That should clear out the shoe clerks and crumb bums.
Mike Cloud, Chicago amateur, would love to celebrate his 56th birthday by playing in day 5 of the main event. He'll get rid of those cards.
I'm all in.
With ace-jack, Barabino puts Pahuja all in. He does call. He'll be at risk with queens.
Good spot here for Pahuja to get healthy. Barabino, 59-year-old retired options trader, liked his hand for a moment.
It's all right. Phil folded aces, and he folded ace-king. Should be good here.
He can hope. Here is the flop, and Barabino scores the ace.
Got a flush draw. I see it.
Pahuja on the brink. Turn card now. Another deuce. Barabino still good.
Pahuja's got to have a queen.
He's down to his last chance.
Need a brown magic queen of clubs. The brown queen. That's all.
The river card is the tray of clubs.
Look, everyone.
Muckle Pahuja's main event has come to an end.
Well played.
Nice gesture when a guy ships his chips over to the fella who busted him.
Muckle added 457th place, worth almost 22 grand. Barabino's stock goes up with that knockout.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
Well played. You're
Thanks.
not like a champion.
Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
And I really enjoyed chatting with you.
Thanks.
With class and dignity, Muckle Pahuja out of the main event. The 2015 World Series of Poker is presented by DraftKings. Play weekly fantasy football for free and win huge cash prizes. Get to DraftKings.com now. And in part by the WSOP Social Game, poker's #1 mobile game. Free download available now in the App Store and Google Play. It's the poker tournament unlike any other. Welcome back to day 4 of the 2015 main event. To an outer table, we check in on J.C. Tran. He never seems to miss a cash here, and he's in line for a potential double-up. All in with kings. The decision on Omri Moga with pocket jacks.
Moga works as a host at the Playground Poker Club in Montreal. Actually, he's a big Toronto Raptors fan, locking horns with a big Sacramento Kings fan.
Cool.
Moga makes the call. I don't know why. It says Kings right there on JC's hat.
JC at risk, but he's a 4.5-1 favorite to double up.
Here is the flop. And bang, a jack for Moga. JC Tran now the one looking for help.
That flop looks like every Sacramento Kings game to JC Tran.
Turn card, another 7. Tran needs a king on the river, but it's an 8, and that will do it. Another November 9 appearance is going to have to wait.
And like Muckle Pahuja before him, JC takes the tough beat in stride. Tran's 7th main event cash.
He came 5th in the main event a couple years back, but the 2-time bracelet winner can't match that run here in 2015. See ya in the money next year, JC.
So, Phil, you've been here since the beginning of the tourneys started this year. How many turns have you played in, would you say?
I don't know. Andy'd figure that.
Pretty much almost always?
No, I mean, probably 27, 26, something
Wow,
like that.
that's a lot.
Helmuth won his 14th bracelet this year in Raz.
But I had the chip lead in 1 drop. That one.
Did
that
you
one,
really?
yeah, but I could have played a little bit better at the end. Like, I made a mistake or two. I had 10 million with 8 left, and the next closest guy had 6 million. I'm supposed to finish in the top 3 every time the way I play poker.
Yeah.
Like, I can dodge bullets, baby.
Especially with the whole card thing, Sean.
D-Negs! Wow.
Let's do it.
Wow, really?
Excusez-moi. You mind if I join you? Are you
Sit
good?
down,
I mean,
kid.
I'll go
Sit
find
down.
another table if you want.
Oh, I don't mind.
Wow,
Sure?
this is
I don't mind as long as you have the 6-7 suited and I have the King-Jack suited all day.
It's already given to me.
D-Negs, welcome to the table, D-Negs.
Thanks, buddy.
Dang, you said about 6. Welcome to the table.
650 exactly.
You were at one of the outer feature tables?
Yeah, over there. My table's broke 5 times already today, so they keep moving my table around. Wow. Yeah. I'll wait. You guys go ahead and play. I'm gonna hang out.
Daniel not joking about his table breaking. Every time 9 players bust in the main event, 1 table gets redistributed among the remaining tables based on pure luck of the draw. Daniel ended up at tables that kept getting redistributed. Eventually, he picked the card that put him here at the feature table.
Gotta tweet people, let people know I'm with the legend, Mr. Helmuth.
This has to be the only main event table at the moment with 20 bracelets on hand.
Daniel's going to have to sit this hand out. Good thing, because Jay Kim has pocket kings. He raises to 15,000. Helmuth with a pocket pair 8s.
Helmuth's World Series numbers are staggering. We mentioned his 14th bracelet. No one else has more than 10. 53 final tables. No one else has more than 39. 114 cashes. No one else with more than 92.
Plus, it's been $1 million summer just here in 2015 for Phil. Helmuth looking pretty serious with those pocket 8s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Canadian, eh?
43.
A re-raise to 43,000
Same thing. It's like Canada.
to Barabino. Ace, queen off.
Blackhawks. They did it again.
Oh, man. They were
Dynasty.
awesome again.
Barabino's heard your sermons.
They're just
Tough
miracle
battle
workers.
against the Ducks, too. That was
I
just
can't believe they won that series.
unbelievable. I mean,
All those overtime games, and they only played 4 defensemen.
I know.
How the hell did they get away with
Uh-oh,
that?
Cloud's got Daniel talking hockey.
They got such heart.
Duncan Pleath. Played 80 minutes.
They never give up, those guys.
That's for sure.
Big blind Mike Cloud, ace-8. He folds.
I'll show you this one, Jay.
I don't think the ice cream bribe is going to work here.
I want to know what you had in the hand before.
You guys been having fun?
We had ice cream.
Phil requested ice cream from
the table?
From Jack Eiffel, and he brought us all ice cream. It was good,
Nice.
too.
Okay.
I raise 95.
Well, that's a new song to Phil. They've been laying down to his speeches.
Well, Kim 4-bets it, and the poker brat is no longer the good humor man. Phil's initial read was that pocket eights are good here. He might figure Kim for a couple of overcards.
Phil looks offended. He started the hand with about 300,000.
It'll be tough to fold this one, Daniel. Very tough. You got it?
Daniel trying to read his new table mate also.
I think I have you. But
He gives it up.
I think you have ace-queen and just went crazy.
Tough to win there, even if you're right. Right? Then you got to win a flip.
Not really. Take a flop, let them bluff.
Yeah. We need you to
That's
hang
how
around
you
here.
and I make. That's how you and I make all our money. We take flops with those hands, and when they bluff us, we just calm them down.
It's one way to do it. I also like to just hit an 8.
Yeah, it's better.
It's so much easier that way, I tell you. Just catch.
You didn't believe me that time. Okay. Good bluff.
Wasn't expecting to see that.
2 8s?
Yeah,
You didn't put them on 8s?
yeah. Put him on ace-4 offsuit.
Ace
Not.
4 offsuit.
He's lying.
Welcome back to the World Series of Poker main event telecast presented by DraftKings. 431 players remain in this year's main event. The average stack, 447,000. Among the survivors, a cash game pro by the name of Lily Newhouse.
5 years ago, she was here visiting from Florida during the World Series. Her water broke while playing at a cash game at the Mirage. She gave birth to a son, 10 weeks premature, named him Ace, and while he was hospitalized for a month here as a precaution, Lily decided they would stay, and they moved to Las Vegas. By the way, if she had had twins, I wonder what she would have named them.
If they were both boys, ace-king, I guess. After the flop, Lily ahead with king high, but she checks it over to Brian Mintz, the original raiser. He bets 10,000 with jack 9 offsuit. Lily will make the call to see the turn.
Lily's going to float this flop.
9 of clubs on the turn. Mintz pairs up to take the lead. Newhouse with flush and straight draws. She checks again. Mintz checks back. The river card now. 6 of clubs giving Lily Newhouse a king high club flush. But she looks distraught about it all. Mintz untrusting of anything Lily does, it looks like. Lily puts together 34,000 over half the pot.
Mintz, 35-year-old from Pengrove, California, and I don't think he could put her on a flush here.
Mintz with second pair makes the call and will have to pay off Lily Newhouse.
Yep, Mintz thinks you called me on the flop with garbage, made a runner flush on me, and now you have a kid named Ace who's going to do the same thing to me in 20 years.
Newhouse over $500,000 now. And Joe Hashem seems pleased for her. Mintz gave away some chips there, but he has tripled his stack so far here on day 4. And it looks like Ness Riley is going to join this table.
Wow, there are not that many women in this room. Can't believe we're going to have 2 of them sitting next to each other.
Well, Ness and her newlywed husband, Tim Riley, are both still alive in the main event. Ness once had almost 800,000 chips here on day 4, but obviously has run into some trouble since we last saw her. After making the money on day 3, we caught up with Ness and her husband, Tim.
I was really frustrated because I never cashed it in the past, so I'm really happy that we both cashed this year.
Yeah, it was fun to have it, back and forth. When I had a bigger stack, she had a smaller stack, and then we flip-flopped, and it was good to be able to go on dinner breaks and pick each other up. And I had a big stack one night. I was talking to her, telling her to stay in it, and the next day she had the big stack, and she was telling me to stay in it. So it was really good as like a bonding experience as a couple to be able to go through it together.
Lon, from my own personal experience, at the end of the marriage, the woman usually winds up with the bigger stack.
Ness jumped right into the action here with ace-10. She raised pre-flop, got a caller, and Mario Sequeira, who has a Broadway draw. He has checked it over to Riley, who flopped an ace. She bets $20,000.
Sequeira, a 39-year-old correction officer from Hanford, California.
This is his second main event, first cash for the 39-year-old, and he's going to check raise to $45,000 on a dangerous board.
Males always think they can bluff females. Hey, fellas, women know everything. Get used to it.
And Riley has it here, top pair. And she quickly makes that call.
Oh. What do you think of that, sir? Huh? Huh?
$135,000 in the middle. Turn card, 5 of diamonds, no help to Sequeira, but 2 potential flush draws out there now.
Men don't like asking for directions, and when we do something wrong, we think, let's do it again. Here we go, another semi-bluff.
$40,000 this time. Ness Riley.
40.
Says all in.
Why not? She's got the best hand. That's the right move.
The short stack at this table. Does Sequeira want to potentially give her more chips?
Oh, no chance he's calling here. Well, he is a man.
He will fold. A nice boost to Riley's stack.
She met her husband, Tim, at Vanessa Russo's July 4th party in 2012. 3 years later, they both cashed in the main event. Very nice.
So Riley beginning her rebound there. Back to the featured table with Hellmuth and Negreanu. There are the chips in play. The 1K yellow, 5K orange, and the green 25K.
Ja. Kann ich bitte Bier haben? Ja. That's all I got. Means can I have a beer, please? German.
Well, that's the most important thing to know when you're in Germany. That and Guten Morgen.
I talked him into raising. He was going to fold.
And then you talked him in and then didn't
talked
pull
him into
the trigger.
raising and then didn't pull the trigger.
Come on, Phil. White magic.
I'm mad at myself, yeah.
Get your white magic.
But I'll get him again once they start messing with me, you know. Yeah. You've seen it 100 times.
You don't know what white magic is? You didn't see it was on, what was it, Jimmy Kimmel? Basketball player. What's his name?
Andre Iguodala.
Andre Iguodala. He was talking on the basketball about how he's playing in the finals and how he learned the white magic from Phil Hellmuth.
He said that?
Yeah,
Really?
he
Wow,
did.
that's
It was
amazing.
on Jimmy Kimmel. I saw it.
Yeah.
He says, Phil Hellmuth talked to me about white magic. You know, you got to figure when they're deacon left, deacon right, you got to read them.
Well, because he played LeBron James so well, his defense was so good.
It was all white magic.
Right.
That's funny.
White magic. 12? You should be Coach White Magic.
Well, he and I was golfing with Iggy on Saturday, and he went on the show on Monday.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about reading abilities.
You could be like Coach White Magic. You don't teach him basketball, just teach him how to get in touch.
Andre Iguodala of the NBA World Champion Golden State Warriors really did talk about the poker brat on Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, you got to know that. I think you got to know that. I had a really good conversation with Phil Hellmuth in Vegas, and he was talking about white magic.
Poker player?
Yeah, poker players talking about white magic, and guys get nervous in certain situations because, they don't live life right. So, there's karmic ways in the game that I know about guys, and I know it'll swing my way in those 50-50 balls.
Well, look, karma worked out pretty well for you here. You got two beautiful golden trophies.
I don't know what's worse for Hellmuth's ego, that Iguodala mentioned him on Kimmel, or that Kimmel knew who he was.
The other trophy Iguodala had was for being named NBA Finals Most Valuable Player. All right, back to poker. We look at Rick Barabino, the big stack here. Ace-8 of diamonds, a raise to $15,000. Negreanu's going to come along with 7-6 suited.
You see Kid Poker there with the call. So many poker books talk about raise or fold. Daniel has bucked that trend forever and won.
Daniel with some elbow room here, over 100 big blinds, third best at this table. On the button, De Leon. One at a time.
Thank goodness he only has 2.
Yeah, how'd you like to play Omaha with him? All right, over to Jay Kim. He's been quite the character here, but he'll sit this one out, as will Hellmuth.
Hellmuth plays poker with several Warriors players, and he's acquaintances with Warriors owner Joe Lacob.
Heads up, amateur versus pro. A lot of diamonds in play. 4, tray 8. Top pair for Barabino. Negreanu with a gut shot. He needs a 5 for a straight. Barabino bets 20,000.
Make sure I got what I think I got.
What you think you got is not all that good. But if Barabino has overs, this is a good call in position. Daniel's got draws. A 7 or 6 might be good.
Oh, not an 8. Another 8 for Barabino. A definitive favorite. He checks now. But Daniel still has a draw that can beat trips. He bets 32,000.
This Christopher Walken, Bill Clinton doppelganger is sneaky.
Call. Dang it. I was hoping he'd fold.
Daniel's telling the truth. He's got squadouche.
Okay, give me what I need then.
River card. And Daniel pairs up, but too little, too late. Another check for Barabino.
That might be what I need. I check.
Checks.
What?
I said.
Oh, even 8?
Yeah.
I can't beat none of that. You got it.
Barabino will take it. He's working on 1,000,000 chips.
I made a pair myself.
I thought maybe you had 6s.
But I had the hand you said, 6, 7 suited.
Hard to tell if Daniel just won or lost, but he's still in it, so he's got that kid poker smile. Day 4 coverage of the World Series of Poker main event continues. Back at the featured table, Phil Hellmuth has been active. He opened for 13,000 on the button, but he got 3-bet by Nate Bjorno, a Southern California poker pro, Canadian transplant.
This kid is the sickest as far as like raising and re-raising.
Sometimes it works.
Oh, I don't do any of that.
No, but you're on his left.
So I can just call.
Yeah, you just get to pick him off all day. I'm going to get him for the big pot, but you get to beat him for like 20 or 30 small pots.
20 or 30? Man, that's a lot of
Well,
pots.
if we're here,
I'm going to have to make a lot of hands.
that many pots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him my spot away. Daniel just sat down. He doesn't know anything.
You'll start 3-betting.
So you do the 3-betting thing a lot?
No.
He said you did. I'm going to have to. Consensus?
That was my first
He's
one.
the biggest 2-better at the table.
3-better?
2-better.
2-better's fine.
I know, it's
normal.
perfect for you.
The 3-better guys, they're no longer here.
I know that.
There was a lot of them in 2010,
There was
11.
a 3-better right here. He's out.
No, he said 2-better.
I don't like the 3-betters.
No, the kid left.
The guy who...
Oh, the one who left.
For him.
Negreanu under the gun now. This is his 4th cash at this year's World Series of Poker. Queen 10 off, a raise to 14,000.
I don't 3-bet. I just check call, check fold.
Daniel made a final table at the Stud 8 Championship. Brian DeLeon, the Las Vegas graphic artist, with pocket trays.
Yeah, you did.
You said all the 3-betters are out?
Huh?
You said all the 3-betters?
You know the guys from 2010, 11?
Okay.
That were doing a lot of that stuff? They either stopped or they got a job. It was one of the two.
Well, DeLeon has a job. He designs slot machines for the gaming industry.
And Dad, you're allowed, though. I'm not, like, saying, you know, I wouldn't be offended or anything.
Nah.
He might be thinking 3-bet here.
Call?
Nope, just a call.
Good mind trick, Daniel.
I didn't do anything. I just playing my cards. I got good cards, so I raised.
Now to the big blind, Lance Harris with ace-10 off.
Well, Daniel says he's got good cards and he raised. They're not that good, and they're the worst hand of these 3.
You're right about that. So from the big blind, Harris just calls. 3 players now. The flop is Queen 9 tray. Bottom set for DeLeon. Top pair and potential danger for Daniel. Harris checks. He missed.
Indeed, Daniel's good cards are going to get him in trouble here.
He does bet 21,000.
With bottom set and a draw-heavy board, DeLeon definitely wants to raise here.
Wow, impressive. Where did that high-level analysis come from?
I played squash last week with Olivier Bousquet.
Oh, how am I going to burn that memory from my brain cells?
Just go crazy.
You raise?
He announces raise 60,000. Harris folds.
So there's this old trick that old schoolers use, right? When they're playing really, really good and they get good cards, they don't get sucked in to traps like that, right? So I had this pair, which was really high.
It's good
but
fold.
I'm not giving you any money.
It's good fold.
You got enough. Here's 21. Good hand. You got me for 20. That's it. No more. You had good cards, right? Yeah, I figured.
You know,
raise, you had to have good cards. You wouldn't do that with bad cards.
No.
The radar's up. You don't play professional poker for decades by accident. Nice fold from Negreanu. Since 2005, the Rio All-Suite Hotel and Casino has hosted the main event. We're here again, ready for someone to win nearly $7.7 million. Last year, we followed a group of first-timers as they made their way through the main event. Dong Guo cracked the top 200 in 2014. Here's a look at some of the first-timers we're tracking this year as they cross the main event off their bucket list.
I'm a realtor.
I'm actually a scientist.
Right now, I'm between jobs.
Software engineer. I host a crappy radio show in Austin, Texas.
I was going to school for engineering until I won $98,000. I was able to quit school.
I leave for OCS, Navy OCS, in about 31 days. Got to build up for PT purposes. This is the main event I've always wanted to play, and this is the first and last chance I have before I ship out to the Navy.
It's my first time because I really enjoy playing poker, and it's a great opportunity.
Got lucky on the dice table and then went and bought into Hollywood main event. Wound up winning that, so then I just went ahead and played this.
I built my bankroll for 9 months, and then I'm here.
It's my first time in a casino, and pretty excited about it.
We all have about a 0.0001% chance of making the final table, so don't be scared of anyone here. They're all the same.
Just take it over, man. I ain't worried about nobody.
I'm not here to get in the money. I want to win.
12,000 to play.
I just believe world short. Who needs $8 million? Let's spend it together. It's more fun with people than without them.
I beat you, yay! Yeah. He's like the role model for what you're supposed to do in your first time at the World Series of Poker.
You can spin them super.
Don't flash your card. You want to play a fun hand against somebody you admire? Just go nuts. He's having a blast. Can't go wrong.
I can't help it. I got to play hands with you.
First of all, if I made it to the 9, I'd charter a flight and bring all my family and friends to watch.
I'd probably be a lot more attractive to the ladies.
If I hit big, I'll go to a nice place in the Hamptons.
Well, I feel lucky, and I really think that I have a big opportunity.
If you're going to play in a poker tournament, this is the one you want to play in.
Pro poker player Andrew Lichtenberger's younger brother Steven alive and well in the main event. Over 500,000 chips. One of the bigger stacks in the room belongs to first-timer Luther Tran, who we saw in the feature. And over to Italian Federico Buderoni at one of our featured tables. This is his first main event and third World Series cash.
His first main event, but earlier at this World Series, he finished 20th in the Monster Stack. That had a bigger field than this one, 7,192 entrants.
Buderoni with a straight draw and 2 overs against the pair of 9s and a flush draw held by Ron Elani of Israel.
29-year-old also in his first main event.
Elani checked it to Buderoni.
If Buderoni loves math, statistics, and probability so much, why is he about to bet when he has an 18% chance of ending up with the best hand?
He bet 63,000.
Elani flopped the middle pair, and he might figure middle pair is still good right here.
To call would cost Elani almost a third of his stack, and that's what he does. He's ahead and putting chips in the pot. That's how you win at this game. Tray of clubs on the river pairing the board, so Elani's hand is best at showdown. He checks a third time.
Buderoni had 2 overs and a gut shot. He missed it all.
Buderoni puts Elani all in. The only way Federico can win this pot.
Well, no math or statistics here, just the probability that Elani doesn't want to risk his main event life on a marginal hand.
What? No, nothing, because I don't want to eliminate you, you know? Have you never seen me show a bluff?
Not yet.
What I show until now? You have still 200K, you know?
It's not 200K.
An Italian Jamie Gold. He's trying to sell Elani some used carpet here. Maybe Buderoni's a great salesman.
Elani may be wishing he was the one to shove.
I'm at 100%.
100% what?
I'm at.
You might what?
I'm mad of you.
You got it. Nice hand.
Elani gives it up.
Nice hold. You want to see or you want to see later in TV?
I want to see it.
One, just one.
All right, let's see it.
You can decide.
This
one is a jack.
The one on the right.
You will decide the jack.
Yeah.
It's okay.
King, queen. Nice hand.
No, with king, queens.
Ace, queen, maybe?
Queens, my friend. Don't say like that. Italians, Never lie.
Look at us.
My friend.
That's a true fact.
No.
Something tells me that's not the first time Bertaroni has bluffed. Nicely played, sir. Welcome back to the 2015 World Series of Poker main event telecast presented by DraftKings. To an outer table, Ryan Reese needed to make a move, so he shoved with sevens, ran into the queens of Jeremy Renz. Renz has 40% of his stack at risk. No help there for Reese.
Renz with his fourth main event cash, trying to knock off the 2013 champ.
Turn card, 4 of spades, so Reese down to his last chance.
He's got to have a 7.
It's another 4.
Good luck, guys.
Jeremy Renz knocks out Ryan Reese, the Beast, in 426th place.
426th is nice, but it's not first.
Since winning $8.3 million, the Michigan native has under $200,000 in tournament earnings. Consolation prize from his girlfriend, Tabitha Trask. Back at the featured table, a look at another Midwesterner, Mike Cloud, who's constantly adapting to stay current at the poker table.
I'm always trying to learn. I mean, always trying to learn, and the game changes a lot, too. But I like, I've got Daniel Negreanu's book. I'm not advertising for him, but he's sitting 2 next to me today. His idea of small ball, I'm really trying to pick up on that. So a lot of times these aggressive young guys, I'll just check, then I can get them to bet into me, and I think it's just a better way to play. So I'm learning, and I'm still learning to adjust to the game.
Even though he's had hip replacement surgery, Cloud will be running his 4th half marathon here in Las Vegas in November.
Adjust to that, Mike. 2 black aces in early position.
I don't always fold top pair, guys, so don't think that's like an invitation to raise and take it.
15,000 from Cloud. Ace 10 for Kim.
Probably had me outkicked.
Oh, he almost called.
I don't think so.
Helmuth with ace king.
The kids go crazy with ace king. Helmuth usually doesn't.
Come on. Say my first rodeo.
Yeah.
Helmuth will small ball of his own, just calls.
Yeah, see, he could have 3-bet there. Cloud then might 4-bet or even push, and then Phil's in neck deep, way behind.
Folded around to Daniel. 6-4 off in the big blind, and he got a discount, so why not?
Well, Daniel's going to tag along in a tricycle next to these 2 Rolls-Royce hands. Poker heaven for Cloud. Pocket aces against Negreanu and Helmuth.
Talk about poker heaven. Trip kings for Helmuth to take control. Negreanu checks.
Cloud doesn't know it, but he just went from heaven to hell.
He checks, and Helmuth checks his monster hand. Turn card, Jack of Hearts, 3 hearts out there. Negreanu now drawing dead, and he checks it again. Cloud with hand on chips. Oh, smallish bet, 15,000.
Yeah, he keeps it small. Helmuth loves this. Plus, he has the ace of hearts.
He just called, yeah, with a nut flush draw. And those kings. 7 of spades on the river, so Helmuth's hand can't be beat. Cloud checks the river. Phil's got to get some value out of the trips.
I think he's taking his time here, trying to appear not too strong.
Helmuth started the hand with 233,000. Cloud 235,000. Phil using all singles. That's interesting. 37,000.
That's a dirty, stinking, low-down value bet that's going to be next to impossible for the 55-year-old amateur not to call. 37,000. Should be criminal.
I'll take this one. You take the next one.
I'll take this one. You take the next one. Phil Helmuth's one-man show coming live to a theater near you this fall.
Every single hand.
What does that mean?
To Phil's credit, he uses that I'll take this one shtick when he's strong and when he's weak, so he balances his range verbally.
Good pickup, Norman. How can Cloud resist?
Well, it's looking like a painful call or a painful fold for Cloud.
All right.
Ace king.
You're good. That's what I figured.
Here comes the poker brat.
Cloud gets his aces cracked. And he doesn't know it, but Helmuth dodged bullets again.
Old school. check, 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 bet, check, 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 check. Call. Okay, I'll try.
So it could have been disaster for Helmuth, but it turned into a big boost to his stack at the expense of Mike Cloud's pesky pocket aces. Tough to fold. The 2015 World Series of Poker is presented by DraftKings. Play weekly fantasy football for free and win huge cash prizes. Get to DraftKings.com now. And in part by the WSOP social game, poker's #1 mobile game. Free download available now in the App Store and Google Play. Fuel up to win. Food sales are brisk here at the Rio.
Phil Hellmuth orders his own food and picks it up? Boy, I figured he'd have Bobby Flay on speed dial.
420, what? 420, everybody take a break. 5 minutes, we'll be back.
So we are just 6 eliminations from a pay bump of about $3,000, all 420, dreaming of the top prize of almost $7.7 million.
Several amateurs at this table. Feature table, main event with Hellmuth and Negreanu on hand. I think you get your 10K's worth.
Wow. De Leon folds a couple of face cards. We've seen him as a snug player. Folded to Hellmuth with queens. Blinds are up to 4 and 8,000. A raise to 20,000 from Hellmuth. Nate Bierno folds pocket fours. A weak ace into the muck from Rick Barabino. Lance Harris with ace-jack.
Ace-jack's a decent hand, but Hellmuth doesn't like it when other players don't respect his pre-flop raises. Get out now, save yourself the rant later.
He's going to take his chances. Calls for 16,000. Negreanu in the big blind with ace-king of clubs.
3 big hands.
That much.
A 3-bet.
All in.
And all in, you heard him.
56.
Harris folds.
We probably have the same hand. Okay, bud. Good luck.
Oh.
Got it?
Queens.
Yeah, it's a race.
Yeah.
I almost flat. If he didn't do that, I would have flatted, right? Now, we got to put it all in a race situation.
Daniel happier about the race situation than Phil. Phil at risk. He spends entire tournaments trying to avoid this exact situation.
No, it's fine. I'm still here either way. Good luck, kid.
All right, Daniel.
I knew you had good cards, but I wasn't going to
jacks.
fold that. Yeah. If he didn't raise, if he didn't call, I would have just flatted too.
Yeah, I know.
But with that extra money,
Much better for us not to race. But.
Yeah. Well, he came in and had too much gravy in there. Yeah. Had to come get it.
I'll blame you.
Clash of Titans. And Negreanu wastes no time scoring top pair.
You know, indeed, if Daniel just flats it pre-flop, maybe Phil gets away from the queens on the flop. Hellmuth now in deep trouble.
It is business, but these two are good friends. I'm sure Negreanu feels bad for Phil. Jack.
Hey, still got life.
A gut shot for Phil.
Queen or a 10. Queen 10 is the hand that you've hated your whole life. Now you need a queen or a 10.
Queen or a 10 or Hellmuth is gone.
The river card is a 5, and it all comes crashing down for Phil Hellmuth.
Sorry, bud.
I figured I'd have the queens or something big against you. I knew it was going to be a monster.
Well,
Hellmuth's 8th main event cash is quite a disappointing one for him.
Man, 2 races in 4 days. Hey,
yeah, man. Thanks to you guys, cream.
Daniel over 800,000 now.
I was hoping we could chop it somehow. That'd be fun.
I almost just folded for you.
If you did, then that pot would have been way smaller.
Kara Scott is with Phil Hellmuth right now.
And we have lost Phil here from the main event. Can you talk to us a little bit about the last hand as well, and Daniel's call in that spot?
I mean, Daniel's calling hoping. I'm never going to have jacks. I have to have queens, kings, aces, or ace-king. And I made him call it off on a guess. And I could have had aces, and he's just dead. I don't love his call, but I don't blame him either. I mean, he feels like he needs to gamble against me because I'm so good.
And you said you were only all in twice this entire tournament. So, how are you feeling about your play this entire time?
You can't use the word deserve in poker. You just can't use it. It feels to me like I deserve to still be in there. I feel like I'm playing better than everybody else right now. And I feel I'm at the top of my game, and I end up losing a flip, but I made him call $250,000 with ace-king, which is almost never going to be good. So he got lucky, and that's okay. But it was a flip, and, you know, most players are looking to play big pots with ace-king. I'm not looking to, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
Thank you so much for talking to us. We will see you here next year.
All right.
That was too bad. I didn't want to bust him. I really didn't.
Y'all were probably having fun, huh?
Yeah, it was. I thought he was going to be here all day.
Yeah.
But then hand played the way it played.
In the ordinary course of day 4, business players came and went.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay. But it was Phil Hellmuth's exit that resonated. A kid's treat started the night.
Ice cream for the final table, boys.
Kid poker ended the night.
You got it?
Queens.
Yeah, it's a race.
Daniel Negreanu escaped, and he'll take Phil Hellmuth's chips with him. For Norman Chad and Kara Scott, I'm Lon McCarron. We'll see you next time from the main event.
That was too bad. I didn't want to bust him. I really didn't. But